Hi there. We have 20 PMP exam questions based on project communications. I am Mark. Welcome to PMP Exam Express. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it. 1. During the initiation phase of a project, Lisa, the project manager, realizes that one of the key stakeholders has not been informed about the project. What should she do first? Update the stakeholder register and ignore the issue. B. Inform the sponsor and let them handle the situation. C. Communicate with the stakeholder directly to understand their expectations. D. Delay the project until the stakeholder is fully briefed. Answer: C. Communicate with the stakeholder directly to understand their expectations. Explanation: During the initiation phase, it is essential to engage stakeholders early to ensure their expectations are understood and managed. 2. John is managing a software development project. During execution, he notices that the project team is receiving conflicting instructions from different stakeholders. What is the best approach to handle this situation? A. Ignore the conflict and continue with the current plan. B. Communicate with the stakeholders to clarify the project's objectives and resolve the conflict. C. Ask the project sponsor to make the decision. D. Change the project scope to accommodate all stakeholder requests. Answer: B. Communicate with the stakeholders to clarify the project's objectives and resolve the conflict. Explanation: Clear communication is necessary to align stakeholder expectations and avoid conflicting instructions. 3. Sarah is in the planning phase of her project. One team member sends her an email suggesting a change to the communication plan. What should Sarah do? A. Update the communication plan without consulting the team. B. Ignore the suggestion, as the plan is already finalized. C. Evaluate the suggestion, discuss it with the team, and adjust the plan if necessary. D. Inform the sponsor about the change request. Answer: C. Evaluate the suggestion, discuss it with the team, and adjust the plan if necessary. Explanation: Communication plans should be reviewed and adjusted based on team feedback and evolving project needs. 4. During the execution phase, Maria's team is falling behind on the schedule, but this information has not been communicated to the client. What should she do? A. Wait until the next scheduled client meeting to provide an update. B. Immediately inform the client and present a recovery plan. C. Avoid informing the client to avoid panic. D. Wait until the project is back on track before informing the client. Answer: B. Immediately inform the client and present a recovery plan. Explanation: Timely communication about delays and a recovery plan builds trust and helps manage expectations. 5. In the closing phase of a project, Paul notices that one stakeholder has not been informed about the project's successful completion. What should he do? A. Ignore the stakeholder since the project is complete. B. Inform the stakeholder through a detailed project closure report. C. Ask the project sponsor to handle the communication. D. Schedule a meeting with all stakeholders to give a final update. Answer: B. Inform the stakeholder through a detailed project closure report. Explanation: All stakeholders must be informed about the completion of the project as part of the closing process. 6. Emily is leading a project that spans multiple countries. She is struggling with time zone differences when scheduling meetings. What should she do? A. Insist that all team members adjust to her time zone. B. Schedule meetings at a time convenient for the majority and record them for those who cannot attend live. C. Avoid scheduling meetings altogether. D. Alternate the meeting times so that each time zone is equally inconvenienced. Answer: B. Schedule meetings at a time convenient for the majority and record them for those who cannot attend live. Explanation: Recording meetings helps accommodate global teams without excluding anyone due to time zone challenges. 7. A project is nearing completion, and Jacob, the project manager, realizes that key stakeholders have not received regular status updates. What should he do now? A. Send a summary of the entire project to the stakeholders. B. Ignore the lack of communication since the project is almost done. C. Immediately schedule a meeting to provide a comprehensive update and ensure alignment before closing. D. Provide updates only to the sponsor. Answer: C. Immediately schedule a meeting to provide a comprehensive update and ensure alignment before closing. Explanation: Ensuring stakeholders are up to date is crucial, especially before closing the project. 8. During a project kickoff meeting, one of the stakeholders expresses concerns about the project's timeline. What should the project manager, Sarah, do? A. Dismiss the concerns and continue with the agenda. B. Address the concerns immediately and update the project plan if necessary. C. Postpone the project until all concerns are resolved. D. Ask the stakeholder to send their concerns in an email after the meeting. Answer: B. Address the concerns immediately and update the project plan if necessary. Explanation: It is important to resolve concerns early to ensure stakeholder buy-in and to prevent delays later. 9. During the project execution, Julia notices that the team's communication is primarily informal and decisions are not documented. What should she do to improve the situation? A. Continue with informal communication to maintain flexibility. B. Implement formal communication channels and document key decisions. C. Ask the sponsor for advice on communication strategies. D. Conduct meetings less frequently to reduce informal communication. Answer: B. Implement formal communication channels and document key decisions. Explanation: Formal communication channels ensure that important decisions and updates are documented, reducing confusion. 10. A project team member has missed the last 3 meetings and information is not reaching them. What should the project manager, Michael, do? A. Exclude the team member from future communications. B. Call the team member privately to discuss the issue and find a solution. C. Inform the sponsor about the team member's absence. D. Assign another team member to relay the information. Answer: B. Call the team member privately to discuss the issue and find a solution. Explanation: Direct communication is the best approach to understand the issue and ensure the team member is up to date. 11. During the planning phase, Tom realizes that the communication needs of some stakeholders are different from others. What should he do? A. Create a one-size-fits-all communication plan. B. Tailor the communication plan to meet the different needs of stakeholders. C. Only communicate with the sponsor, as they will inform other stakeholders. D. Ask stakeholders to adjust to the standard communication methods. Answer. B. Tailor the communication plan to meet the different needs of stakeholders. Explanation. A customized communication plan ensures that each stakeholder gets the necessary information in the appropriate format. 12. In the execution phase, Anne's project team is working remotely, and she notices that communication is breaking down. What should she do? A. Increase the frequency of meetings to ensure better communication. B. Ask the team members to improve their communication independently. C. Use formal communication tools to ensure transparency. D. Decrease the amount of communication to avoid overwhelming the team. Answer. A. Increase the frequency of meetings to ensure better communication. Explanation. Regular communication is essential for remote teams to ensure alignment and transparency. 13. A stakeholder is unhappy with the amount of information they are receiving about the project. What should the project manager do? A. Provide all stakeholders with more information, even if it's unnecessary. B. Adjust the communication plan to provide that stakeholder with more frequent updates. C. Ignore the stakeholder's concerns, since the information is already sufficient. D. Provide the stakeholder with a summary of past communications. Answer. B. Adjust the communication plan to provide that stakeholder with more frequent updates. Explanation. The communication plan should be flexible and tailored to meet individual stakeholder needs. 14. In the execution phase, a team member reports that they are receiving too much information and are overwhelmed. What should the project manager do? A. Continue sending all information to the team member. B. Adjust the communication plan to filter relevant information for that team member. C. Ask the team member to deal with the information overload on their own. D. Remove the team member from certain communication channels. Answer. B. Adjust the communication plan to filter relevant information for that team member. Explanation. Ensuring team members receive only relevant information improves productivity and reduces confusion. 15. During the project closing phase, a key stakeholder requests detailed reports on project performance. What should the project manager do? A. Ignore the request since the project is closing. B. Provide the stakeholder with the requested information. C. Ask the sponsor if the reports are necessary. D. Inform the stakeholder that reports are not available at this stage. Answer. B. Provide the stakeholder with the requested information. Explanation. Stakeholders should be kept informed even during the closing phase, ensuring transparency and satisfaction. 16. During the initiation phase, a stakeholder is not responding to emails or attending meetings. What should the project manager do? A. Continue sending emails until they respond. B. Contact the stakeholder directly through alternative communication methods. C. Inform the sponsor of the stakeholder's lack of participation. D. Exclude the stakeholder from future communications. Answer: B. Contact the stakeholder directly through alternative communication methods. Explanation: using alternative communication methods can help engage unresponsive stakeholders. 17. Jane is leading a project with several vendors. She realizes that communication between the vendors and the project team is inconsistent. What should she do? A. Require the vendors to use the project team's communication tools. B. Set up a communication plan specifically for vendor interactions. C. Let the vendors communicate as they see fit. D. Assign a team member to manage all vendor communications. Answer: B. Set up a communication plan specifically for vendor interactions. Explanation: a dedicated communication plan ensures clarity and consistency when working with external vendors. 18. During the execution phase, Mark realizes that his project team is not receiving important updates from other departments. What should he do? A. Ask the other departments to send more frequent updates. B. Create a cross-functional communication plan to ensure timely updates. C. Wait until the next project phase to address the issue. D. Inform the sponsor about the communication gap. Answer: B. Create a cross-functional communication plan to ensure timely updates. Explanation: establishing clear communication channels between departments ensures that all teams stay informed. 19. A project manager is working on a highly technical project, and the sponsor is having trouble understanding the updates. What should the project manager do? A. Provide even more detailed technical updates. B. Simplify the updates and focus on key points relevant to the sponsor. C. Ask the technical team to meet with the sponsor. D. Stop updating the sponsor altogether. Answer: B. Simplify the updates and focus on key points relevant to the sponsor. Explanation: it is important to tailor the communication to the audience's level of understanding, ensuring the sponsor is kept informed without unnecessary complexity. 20. A project team member has been forwarding confidential project information to unauthorized individuals. What should the project manager do? A. Ignore the issue and hope it doesn't happen again. B. Have a private conversation with the team member and remind them of the communication protocol. C. Report the team member to HR immediately. D. Change the project's communication plan to prevent future leaks. Answer: B. Have a private conversation with the team member and remind them of the communication protocol. Explanation: addressing the issue privately and reinforcing the communication protocols is the first step in preventing further breaches. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like our video. All the best with your PMP exam preparations.